So figure of speech, in this we have to learn two figure of speech in our poem. First is alliteration. What is alliteration? Alliteration is the repetition of a initial consonant sound in the sentence or nearby words. For example, we have seashells down by the seashore. Okay. From this, we have to find out the repetition of the consonant sound, which is yes, 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 and yes, yes. Means this is the repetition of the sounds. And second, we have Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. This is the second example. From this also we have the repetition of P, 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 P. And from our poem we have a beautiful bird, sad songs, and etc. We have B, B, yes, yes. This is the repetition of the sound. Means alliteration is the repetition sound, initial consonant sound of the near words in our sentence. Next is onomatopoeia. The second figure of speech is onomatopoeia. We have to learn. In this we find some sounds, or we find some echo in the sentences. So we call it onomatopoeia. In Marathi we call it dhvani suchak. Okay. So here some examples are there. I heard the water lapping on the crab. Means the sound of water lapping on the crab. And the second is swords clanged and guns boomed. Means swords तलवारांचा खनखनाट आवाज असा आणि guns boomed. These are the sound of the we find in the sentences. The door opened with a bang. Means while opening the door we have the sound was bang. And the next is jackal's hall. This is also sound of. So we have find in onomatopoeia some sounds in the sentences or the echo. So it is called onomatopoeia. So we learn two figure of speech. First is alliteration and the second is onomatopoeia. Alliteration means the repetition of the sound in the sentence, and last we have a play game. Okay, page number 36 in your books. You have a play game and you have to do in your form. Set a time limit of 5 minutes. You have to set 5 minutes time using letters from the word onomatopoeia. Means this is the word onomatopoeia. From these words you have to make as many as 5 letter words which is meaningful. You have to make and write in your notebook. This is for your homework, and you have to write these all the words in 5 minutes. Okay. From this onomatopoeia you have to make as many as words. For example, I told potato. From this onomatopoeia, first we make the word potato. So like this you have to make other meaningful words in your notebook, and this is the homework for your poem The Little River, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore was the Bengali poet and the patriot also. He wrote many poems, novels, short stories and many things. And he was born in 1861 and he was famous for his poems. He wrote many poems, and for this in 1912 he got the first Nobel Prize for his best work known as Gitanjali in 1912, and he opened the school like Shantiniketan for the students. In ancient period we find or we know that the system is not like our today's school. In those days we have a Gurukul system, and in that we find the teacher or the guru taught the students in the open nature. Means not only taught in the four walls but also taught to the in open nature. And that is the most beautiful thing in those days, because the students are enjoying the view of open nature also and fresh mind also. So the Rabindranath Tagore was opened the Shantiniketan school for the students in those days, and that is the very much famous in in those days also. So this is our writer. Today we are going to learn his poem, The Little River. Okay, from this title we find the poem is about the river. So I first read the first stanza, page number 37. Open your books. Our little river, it meanders along. In summer, the water is only knee deep, and cows and carts can cross it with ease, for the banks, though high, are not too steep. Means from these four lines, we find out the poet Tagore was very much close to the nature, and he gives explanation about the river, that little river meanders along in summer days. Means meanders means in Marathi we call वळणे घेत, means like the zigzag way. Okay. Meanders means the river flow in the zigzag way or flow in the twist way. So along in the summer days, and water was not very much high in the level, the water was only knee deep. Okay. And the cows and carts can cross. Water was not so deep, so easily the cows and carts are going from the bank. Okay. And for the banks, though high, are not too steep. Means the bank was not so high or not too steep. Steep means like the wall, erect, saral, being steep. So many peoples or the many animals or the cows and carts are going easily across the river. Second stanza, no sign of slime, the sands shine bright. On one shore, cash fields blossom white. Chirping mines through that side, the jackal's hall is heard there at night. From this stanza, we find the sounds of the things or the sounds of the animals. We find the sound of animals. In last period, we learn about the onomatopoeia. In that, we find the figure of speech onomatopoeia. In that also, we find the sounds. So, here chirping mines means maina in Marathi we call, and the jackal's hall. So, these the sounds of these animals. No sign of slime, the sands shine bright. On one shore, cash fields blossom white. The cash field in Marathi we call the पांढरी फुले असणारी गवत. Okay. So cash fields blossom white flower, and the sounds of mynas and jackals we have to find or we have heard at the night time. So these the explanation or the view of the river the poet wants to give us. Across lie groves of mango and palm, the village priests dwell in their cool shade. Girls and boys bath close to the bank, splashing with their gamchas as they wade. From this stanza, we learn across lie groves of mangoes and palms. Groves means the garden of mango and palms beyond the bank of river lies, and the village priests dwell in their cool shade. Means the village priest in Marathi we call dharmaguru or pandit, like that. So the priests dwell in their cool shade. Means the priest lived in their cool shade, and girls and boys bath close to the bank. And the children are enjoying their childhood, and they are enjoying the bath close to the bank and splashing with their gamchas as they wade. Splashing means splashing water on each other's body, and boys and girls splashing the water with gamchas on each other in their wade. In the wade means walk in a source of water where it is not deep. Means Marathi we call चिखल, चिखलातून जाण्याचा रस्ता. So these boys and girls are enjoying the water in the river, and they are splashing water with gamchas on each other. So this is the third stanza. Tagore was a poet sharing the memories of the childhood, that sharing the memories with us. This is the third stanza. in next period we learn the next stanza.